What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the video. My name is Chris, as always with me, Liam. And today we are diving into Handmaid's Tale, episode 7? Season 6, final season. Just looked it up. There's going to be 10 episodes. So we got a little bit more to go. But in my opinion, this episode, one of the better ones I've actually watched. And there was actually some forward momentum. So we'll dive into it all. We're going to discuss it. If you're just tuning in for the first time, go ahead and hit some subscribe. If you're just tuning in for the first time, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. This is more of a discussion about entertainment, about TV shows, things that we enjoy. We are not experts. Matter of fact, in this particular show, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I'm actually walking into season 6 blind. I did a 20-minute review before watching this, and so all of my predictions, all of my theories have kind of just been based on what I've seen in the short amount of time I've been watching. So you guys have really been enjoying it. The comments have been absolutely explosive. Been really enjoying engaging with you guys and reading everything you have to say. Even the one of you who wants to try and spoil things for us, which if you're just tuning in, please don't spoil anything for us. I want to know, I don't want to know what happens. I want to experience it and then get to talk about it with you guys. So again, if you're enjoying this stuff, hit that like button and we are about to dive right in.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, way to get your attention right away.
Yeah.
Well, one of our commenters on the previous episode mentioned a couple of things that we had missed. One of them being that there's going to be a tremendous fallout because of Nick giving out this plan. I figured everything's ruined. They're not going to be able to go to Jezebel's anymore. All good. I did not think that they were just going to go and just wipe them all out. I thought they would like reallocate them, use them like the property they think they are in this show. But no, they're just like, you're less than garbage to us. We're just going to fucking kill you all. Except for Janine, because there's a high commander who wants to beat the fuck out of you and rape you.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it was going to be someone else that saved her, not him.
Well,
I thought it was going to be Nick or something.
Well, the way I look at it, and I'm glad that they wrote it this way, even if it's not written this way in the books, for Janine to kill Belle, she had to have been placed in his house. Right? That's going to be the best opportunity for her to actually get revenge. So for me, I like that they did this because now it's setting up the June and Janine fucking destroying Belle in his own home.
Yeah, because she did say that she's going to go handle it on her own. Yes. The scene that really got me, because we're still talking about Janine and the Belle household, was when Aunt Lydia looked up at her in the window. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And she watches her get ripped away. She goes from like peace and serenity, like, oh, she's in a good place, to, oh fuck, what have I done again?
Yeah, you notice she's second guessing a lot now. Like, she's not trusting anything that she just hears. She's like, even when the one other aunt that's part of the revolution, that
I did not see that coming.
the way she walked straight to the trunk, like she knew someone was going to be in there, that tipped me off that she was part of the plan. Otherwise, why get the guards to go away and then walk straight to Lawrence's trunk if you're not a part of the plan?
Unless she's looking for dirt or something like that she can use as leverage later. That's how I saw it.
As soon as she made the guard leave, I knew she was not bad.
Look at it this way. Most people think Commander Lawrence is a truly evil, despicable person.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
There are a select few that know him personally. They're like, yeah, he's really not as bad. We've had in-depth conversations about how he's just a coward and self-interest type stuff. And hell, Nick even reinforces that shit in part of the episode too. He's like, look, we're selfish human beings. We're always going to do what's right for us, for survival.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I'm no different than you.
I think that was the one thing that I was struggling. I said it in the very first episode that we reviewed of this season. That's the one thing I am trying to be the most lenient with and also struggling with, is that I'm looking at these characters through the lens of my own life and the experiences I've had. And so I can judge them and say, oh, that was a really like shitty thing to do, or that person, you know, is a coward, right? But in the same aspect, I have never lived in a world where I could literally die tomorrow because I opened my mouth, right? And like, so I don't understand, I can't grasp that part. So for me, I get that these particular characters are living in a scenario where survival is the fucking top value. Like, staying alive is the top thing for a lot of them. For a lot of the main characters that we deal with on like the good side, we'll call it, right? And so for me, I'm just like, I get that Lawrence and even Nick show up in cowardice ways, But as many people in the comments have mentioned, and I've even talked about previously, I just, in a scenario like this where it's truly survival, I don't know if it's considered cowardice. Is it cowardice to want to live? Is it cowardice to want to stay alive? Is human preservation cowardice?
Well, June's whole point to Nick was that he was being a coward and being selfish because there was so much more at stake than just his own life, which I thought was kind of fucked up that she threw that in his face.
Yeah, no joke. I enjoyed that he called her out in this episode. Like, you knew who I was from the start, and you still chose to love me.
Yep.
But apparently it's only convenient when I'm doing shit for you, right? And so it's like, awesome, dude, call her on that shit. Then Luke called her out on some shit too later. I'm like, yes, go, dudes.
I feel like there was less June stares in this episode.
Oh, they still had quite a few. Maybe I'm just
going blind to it again.
Yeah, man, there were still quite a few. The one that I actually enjoyed, though, was the closing scene where her and Moira do the prayer. And at the end of the prayer, they're like, give me the fucking strength to kill these motherfuckers. And I was like, okay, this is going to be a good next episode.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. One thing I want to bring up is this is the second time I've heard them outright called Nazis in this season. I don't think they've ever been directly referred to as Nazis in any of the other seasons.
I personally would not have context for that.
Camera. Let us know in the comments, please.
Yes, because, you love the Nazi has been brought up multiple times to June. So they definitely look at the Gilead commanders as if they were Third Reich commanders. So,
I mean, it's not a far stretch.
No, I mean, I don't understand the time. Like, I don't necessarily have the full context of the timeline, so I don't know where this particular society like diverged from what we know today, right? Like, did this happen after World War II? Did this happen pre-World War II? Like, when did Gilead establish itself?
I think this was like right when the season started, because season 1, they go back and everything's normal and things are transitioning.
What year is that, though, is really what I'm trying to figure out.
6 years back from now.
Oh, so it's recent. I thought this has been going on for like decades.
I think they may have had some time jumps forward. Again, let me know. It's been a long time since I've watched those other seasons. But yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I'm not sure right now.
That would help, because it would help paint context and a timeline, because how would Luke know what Nazis are if Gilead, like, if they never went into World War II because Gilead, became where the United States is today, right? Because the U.S. was a huge contributing ally to taking down the Germans in World War II. And if the United States doesn't exist anymore and it's Gilead, that changes everything.
20 years, it says, for the book.
Let us know down below. I know there's plenty of people who are book faithful. Don't spoil anything, but let us know. How long has Gilead been around?
Based on what I just searched, it says Gilead's existence spans at least 20 years.
Okay.
Which doesn't mean that we are towards the end of that. We could still be towards the beginning stages of that.
Okay, so this is starting to make a little bit more sense to me now, because in the one flashback with Serena and her dad, she was basically starting this revolution, this new movement of Gilead.
Yeah.
So it's not older than her.
Yes.
Okay, that would make more sense then.
No, she's also in her 40s.
Which means that maybe she started it in her early 20s and now is doing it absolutely again, which we can dive into.
It also doesn't say whether that's the idea or the blueprint for Gilead, or if that's the actual establishment of Gilead as what we see today.
Yeah. I'm under the impression that it is, but let us know in the comments below. So I want to just jump onto the Serena bandwagon real quick. So episode 1, she kind of showed a little bit of her true colors in the train, right? As everyone realizes who she is. And she's, instead of, trying to be sympathetic or empathetic, she's like, no, I was right. And you're all a bunch of piece of shit, right? So she's just like, oh, she really does believe that. And I started to think over the last, 5 episodes now, that maybe she was starting to turn and sort of her redemption arc and like figure some things out and realize the wrong she had done. But no, this episode, Commander Wharton's like, no, I'm going to we're going to be the king and queens of it all. And immediately her mind shifts to like, oh yeah, handmaidens, let's bring them all in. Let's do it again. Like, woohoo, let's go, my wedding.
Yep.
So you guys, appreciate everyone in the comments who is like, read between the lines. That's a mask. Don't believe the show she's putting on. She doesn't deserve this redemption. You all were right, like 100%.
It's not going to be redemption, though.
Oh, I think
This is going to be her last act of true freedom is planning her wedding.
Yeah, and what's her name? The other Martha, the one that's baking the cakes with the poison in it.
Oh, I am so bad with that one's name.
But I'm excited about that, though.
She is such a good character. She was so much more in the episodes in earlier seasons.
Yeah.
So what she's doing right now is kind of like cameos. I'm excited to see her come back and really start to help out again.
Yeah, she's gonna be the reason everyone gets poisoned. Whatever, like, I'm guessing those vials of powder were poison, right?
It's probably anthrax.
It's something that's gonna kill them if they eat it, and she's gonna put it all in the cakes. So this makes a lot more sense why the Jezebel plan was so rushed, so unprofessional. Just like, yeah, we're just gonna run in there and kill people, and that's the plan. And hopefully the girls in there will know and they'll help us. It's like, yeah, okay. But this time, way more strategic, way more planned out.
And more June involvement.
Well, it's June's plan. Like,
Yeah,
she came up with it.
saying.
Yeah. Which ultimately, if June, what I've noticed in the 6 episodes, so 6 hours of June I've watched.
7 now.
She is really good at planning, but then if she's part of the plan, she's really good at fucking that plan up. So plan it and then stay home.
Everything's a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it wouldn't be a show worth watching if everything she did went well.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited to see ultimately how is Nick also going to deal with the weight of what he's like. You could tell right now with Nick, the decision to give up the girls to save his life, well, to give up the plan to save his life. I truly don't believe he thought the girls were going to get executed, or at least that wasn't his intention. He didn't want them to get executed. Whether he cared or not, I don't know, but I don't think he wanted them to. But with Nick, you can tell when he was talking to the Martha, again, guys, what's her name? Let me know in the comments. It's slipping my mind, but she's an awesome character. When he's talking to her, and he's basically, the same scene where you're talking about self-preservation, you can see the weight of that decision and his love for, and what his love for June is doing to him. I don't know that he doesn't do something extreme and emotional based on the weight of
Rita.
Great, yeah, Rita. I don't know that he doesn't do something crazy, like extreme, to right his conscience. That's the word.
Nick?
Yeah. He's in love with June. He's forced into a life he hates. He's making decisions that are getting people killed. I don't know that he doesn't self-medicate himself to the point where he makes a really stupid decision.
He was groomed for this role.
But he doesn't necessarily feel like he wants it.
No, I don't think he ever did. I think he just felt like he wanted belonging because he's a veteran. And that's what he was good at, was being a soldier, whatever, right? And now he was a veteran, and then they groomed him to become part of the Eyes before Gilead was fully established.
Yeah.
Like in the grassroots movement for Gilead coming in power, that's when they were doing a lot of grooming with him. So
Yeah.
they made him into that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it ending well for him, and I think he's going to break. Personally, I think he's going to break.
So you think Nick's going to die now?
I think Nick's going to go out in like either a stupid blaze of glory or like a true blaze of glory. Like he's going to try to do something big.
Definitely going to be heroic.
And it's not going to work out well for him.
Probably not. Especially not in this universe, right?
No, this is fucking hell.
Oh, and some of the comments were saying that the war in Chicago is still going on.
Yeah, what is that? What is the war in Chicago? Is that like the revolution?
Essentially, it's like pockets of resistance that are still fighting.
Okay, so parts of what we know as the continental United States, because obviously the U.S. exists in Canada in this world, is still resisting Gilead.
Yes.
Okay, so there is pockets of resistance.
Well, there's always pockets of resistance.
Fair enough.
Side you're on.
No matter where you are, no matter what war it is, there's resistance.
There is a resistance. And we've had that conversation too. Whether you come out the victor or defeated, you're either labeled the freedom fighter or the terrorist, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's the whole thing.
To the victor goes the spoils. You can rewrite history if you win. And we've seen that. We've seen it many times.
Yes. So I'm super excited for where we're going with this. I'm looking forward for some gruesome action. Hopefully on par with, what was that? Fighting Nazis, Aldo Rain.
Inglourious Bastards?
Yes. Thank you. Couldn't
I
think
want
of names.
my scalps. I want my scalps. Damn it, you'll give me my scalps.
And that's what I'm looking forward to, is some scalps in the next episode.
That was a fucking... Tarantino's just a genius.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I mean, this has been one of my favorite episodes, to be honest. I actually really enjoyed this one. Like, I think, personally, I'm getting more involved with the characters. You know, obviously, you guys are way more involved with these characters than I am, but I'm starting to get attached to some of them, which I think is why I'm so disappointed in Nick. It was awesome to watch Luke actually fucking stand up for himself and call her out, but then also, you know, at the end of the day, love is love, and he's been married to her for how long before everything? So he definitely loves her. But I think it was interesting, too, to have him, even in that whole moment, he's just like, I miss our daughter. Like, that's what drives him. So, yeah, I think it's been great.
And she goes, the only thing? He's like, not the only thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gives this whole idea of, like, I kind of think I should leave you, but I just can't help it.
Yeah, that's love, right? So, yeah, all in all, watching them actually set up a real mission, actually something that could be executed, watching Serena show her true colors, like, it's been really awesome experience this whole hour. So I'm excited to see what the last 3 episodes are really going to do for us. And then thank you, everybody in the comments, for letting us know, one, that I'm most likely not going to be totally right with my predictions based on some of you guys spoiling some things, but 2, that, like, we were right. Like, this is probably going to be a pretty abrupt end. There's not going to be a bow on this. We're not going to get closure, but that's because even in the books, there's a sequel. And so I'm interested. Thank you guys for letting us know, and also for letting us know you'd want us to also talk about that. So we'll keep that on the radar. Appreciate you guys.
And also mention that they want you to start at season 1.
We will see. We will see. That might be if we get enough votes, we do it kind of thing.
All right.
Well, appreciate you guys. If you made it all the way here, then you already know. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. We drop multiple a week. We review all the stuff that we really like to, or chat about. We don't really review it in a sense that we, like, lay it all out there.
We're down to 2 a week right now. If you guys have any suggestions for upcoming shows that you want to see us review,
yeah,
please drop it down. Let us know.
Well, we pick up 2 more next week, too, so.
Oh, there we go.
We'll be back on the roll, don't you guys worry. But definitely recommendations. I am super into sci-fi and fantasy, especially if it has, like, a huge lore and world build around it. You know, think Wheel of Time, Hobbit, Dune, like, I'm all in. Game of Thrones, yeah, like, that's our shit. So if you guys have something like that, let us know, and we'll definitely check it out.
Not Harry Potter. Never Harry Potter.
All that controversy around Harry Potter right now, I'm even going to poke that with a 10-foot pole. It's so crazy. The original Harry Potter, when I was a kid, those books changed my world. And it's just become such a fucking controversial politic bullshit now. I don't even want to deal with it. Appreciate you guys being here. If you really enjoyed this episode, we have a whole playlist of episodes you can check out right here. We've been reviewing the entire season, so you can definitely check that out, as well as some awesome stuff, like I mentioned, Wheel of Time, Silo, other things that we were reviewing. You have playlists of some stuff right there as well. And then it's above my head. YouTube says you're really going to love that, so you can check that out too. But no matter what, make sure you hit subscribe, notification bell's on, so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you on that next video. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.